Hello, and welcome to Foundations of Affordable Housing. This is part 3 of a 6-part series. Today we'll be talking about how affordable housing helps solve our housing crisis. Housing costs don't just affect where any single person or family is able to live, they impact the economy and resiliency of our whole region. For the thousands of small businesses struggling to stay afloat, to attract customers and skilled employees, making housing more affordable is critical. Safe, stable homes are the foundation for strong communities. Good schools, good jobs, safe neighborhoods, those all depend on having enough homes people can afford. So that's why housing stability is at the heart of affordable housing. It works to keep people safe no matter the economic or political climate, and the social and economic return is well worth the investment. By preventing eviction, affordable housing helps protect families from job loss, poor health and more emergency room visits, poor educational outcomes for children, and homelessness. How does affordable housing help? Here's a really simple, non-technical definition of what affordable housing is. Affordable housing is an asset that sustains and strengthens our communities by ensuring we all have a safe, stable home we can afford. Affordable housing is not one size fits all. It provides a wide range of solutions to meet a wide range of people's needs. All of these types of affordable homes are deed restricted. That means they can't change to market rate rents for at least 55 years. So even if a lower income renter moves out, the home will continue to serve the community, providing affordable housing to individuals and families here in Santa Clara County for decades to come. You can see that the types of families or individuals living in affordable housing could be families or seniors, veterans, people with developmental disabilities, people in permanent supportive housing, or people who are survivors of domestic violence. Many affordable housing developments are a blend of different types of homes to serve different needs. You can see here families and households earning different income levels, a combination of senior adults, and transition-aged youth who are aging out of our foster care systems. These can be a great combination because it allows people to really benefit from each other, where young adults who are leaving the foster care system can benefit from the stability and wisdom of older adults, and older adults can benefit from the vitality and vibrancy that these young adults can bring. Affordable housing can also bring together people who share unique experiences and needs, like seniors, veterans, or youth aging out of the foster care system. That can help residents build community and form networks of support, and also help developers provide services to meet unique needs and interests. Affordable housing for families often includes spaces for residents of all ages to gather and for children to play. You can just see in the back corner of this second-story courtyard a blue spiral slide peeking out. There's a playground for young children there, with great visibility from the windows of the surrounding homes to help keep them safe. This is one of my favorite affordable developments, Quetzal Gardens in East San Jose, and it has several really beautiful big murals done by the same artist as the one you see here. Permanent supportive housing is a proven solution to homelessness for the most vulnerable chronically homeless people. It combines affordable housing assistance with critical support services to meet the needs of residents. The services are designed to build independent living and tenancy skills and connect people with community-based healthcare, treatment, and employment services. We also have inclusionary housing. That's a policy that requires a share of new housing development to be affordable to low or moderate income households. By including affordable housing in a market rate housing development, inclusionary housing policies promote mixed income development projects. Inclusionary housing tends to be successful in creating affordable housing units in locations with strong residential real estate markets, like ours. It mostly yields moderate income and the upper end of low-income housing, but generally can't meet the depth of affordability needed to serve very low-income households. That's okay. It's still important and a great tool to use. We also have affordable housing preservation because most low-income families live in homes that are not subsidized or deed restricted. These homes can be subject to rent increases, remodeled and rented out at a higher cost, or demolished and redeveloped, so tenants often face a lot of uncertainty and risk. When nonprofit organizations, such as community-based developers or community land trusts, purchase these properties and place deed restrictions on the units to limit rents to affordable rates and protect tenants, that's known as affordable housing preservation. Preservation helps protect these residents from displacement and also helps empower the community. Almost all affordable housing built in California now will be deed restricted to remain affordable for at least 55 years. But in the past, the length of affordability for some sources of funding has been shorter, 20 or 30 years. By the end of the period of deed restriction, these homes often need remodeling to remain useful. While a for-profit developer may convert the homes to market rate at that point, a nonprofit developer will generally work to access funding to rehabilitate the homes and to extend the length of time this affordable housing remains affordable. This is another form of preservation, which helps protect existing residents from displacement. What I want to share with you now is a quick slideshow of affordable communities in cities and towns across Santa Clara County. I just want you to see these and see how special they are. We'll start with Sango Court in Milpitas. Milpitas' first 100% affordable housing development held its grand opening on July 17th, 2024. Here's Quetzal Gardens in San Jose, located at Story and King across from the Mexican Heritage Plaza. It has lots of on-site resident services, and on the ground floor, it has community-serving nonprofit organizations that are able to help support the whole surrounding community. Here's Edwina Benner Plaza in Sunnyvale, California's first all-electric affordable housing development. It's named after the first woman mayor of the city of Sunnyvale. Here's Luna Vista Apartments in Mountain View. Amenities include a community room and kitchen, library and computer lab, and a beautiful roof deck with resident seating and views of the mountains and bay. It's also LEED Platinum certified, which is a measure of environmental efficiency. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a later section. Here's Wilton Court in Palo Alto, Palo Alto's first affordable housing in 7 years, also LEED Platinum certified. Here's the Veranda in Cupertino. This is a senior adult community with elevators to the second floor apartments and ADA accessibility. Here's the Crossings on Monterey and Morgan Hill. Amenities here include barbecue and picnic area and on-site resident services. Here's Shiraz Senior in San Jose, again with elevators and wheelchair-accessible apartments for older adults. We also want to talk about interim shelter, which is different from permanent affordable housing and addresses a different need. Interim shelter units provide people who are experiencing homelessness a short-term opportunity to get out of the elements and stabilize their lives as they transition into permanent homes. They offer more privacy, safety, and stability than unsheltered homelessness or a traditional congregate shelter. Interim shelter sites generally offer services such as job placement, mental health counseling, life skills training, and assistance applying for permanent housing, which support residents as they work toward a move to a permanent, stable home they can afford. For many residents, interim shelter units also provide a chance to recover from the trauma of living unsheltered. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the use of interim shelter units accelerated rapidly as they provide more protection for medically vulnerable unhoused residents than a traditional congregate shelter. Interim shelter is an important new tool, but it only works when there are enough affordable homes that are permanent homes for people to move into. The vast majority of those moving from interim to permanent housing do that with the support of affordable housing. So we can't fall into the trap of thinking that we can just build enough interim housing for the unhoused and let the market take care of the rest. Because the response to homelessness is a system, and each of these responses to unsheltered homelessness is necessary, and each is an improvement over surviving on the street. Congregate shelters and interim shelters are short-term parts of the system where people are unhoused but sheltered. The vast majority of residents who successfully transition out of interim to permanent housing are moving into affordable housing. That's why it's so important to make sure we don't lose sight of the need for permanent affordable housing. Solving the homelessness crisis requires a comprehensive approach that includes both emergency interim shelter and permanent affordable housing.